Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the process of making my second project using the Scrapping Fun Kit's July kit. This project is a card. It's a double Z fold, I suppose you'd say. So each side opens as a Z, and I've used the papers from the kit to hand make the flowers. I wanted to make a 5 1/4 inch square card, so I've cut my cardstock to 5 1/4 by 10 1/2. I'm going to score that at 1 3/8 and then 2 3/4. Then I'm going to flip my card and score again at 1 3/8 and 2 3/4. This is going to make my Z fold for each side of my card. I'm going to use this piece of pattern paper from the kit, and I'm going to cut it down to 5 inches by 4 3/4 and use this in the centre section of my card. I'm going to ink around the edges of it and attach it to the card base with double-sided tape. Now I've used some dies to cut some flowers from the pattern paper in the kit. This first one is a No brand. The other one is a Couture Creations CO724161 flowers, and the other one is a Cheery B311 Chrysanthemum strips. I've cut those using paper from the kit, and then I am going to ink around the edges of each of these flowers and curl them around my poke tool to give them some dimension, and then layer them on top of each other so that each petal is staggered, and attach them in the centres with some glue. I use this technique quite often when I'm making flowers because it gives the flower a lovely dimension. By pushing down on the centre of the flower when you attach the glue and each layer on top of each other, it gives extra depth to the flower. The flowers that I've cut using the Cheery Chrysanthemum strip, I'm not going to treat them in any way. I'm just going to layer them on top of each other, staggering the petals as I go, and it makes a nice full flower. I think I've done a few extra layers here, but yeah, I like the way this looks. I used the same technique as I did for the first flower on this flower that I made using this No Name die. I've cut 3 different sizes of flower, and once again I'm inking the edges, rolling the edges, and then attaching them to each other in the centre. I'm going to use these clear crystals to add some centres to the flowers that don't already have centres. The 2 large pale blue ones have the white centres that I cut from cardstock, but the large mauve one and the small spiky ones don't have centres at the moment. I'm going to use some clear glue now to attach the flowers to the top layer of the front of the cards, and I'm planning on overlapping them so that they sort of spill into the centre of the card. That way when I open the card, it will sort of lay against the back of the front. That's a bit hard to understand that, but I'll show you. The only thing that I need to be careful of is that I don't get too much glue on the flower and it overlaps and sticks the front to the back. but I do wipe excess glue off of the back of the flat. Here we go. I repeated this process for the other side. I wanted the flowers to stand out more against the background when the card was closed, so I cut a piece of white cardstock that was 2 3/4 inches by 4 3/4, I think it is, to put down the centre of that background panel. That way, when the card is shut, the flowers stand out much better, and also it gives me the opportunity for an area to write my greeting and my handwritten personal message. To create the foliage for this card, I used my Cottage Cuts Leafy Foliage die and cut some leaves out of some paper from my scrap stash and inked the edges and used glue to attach these leaves amongst the flowers. I've used Craft clear stickers, inspirational for the greeting in this card. It says start your day with a smile, which is a fairly generic type of greeting, so I could use this card for anything. I have cut the greeting into strips so that it is fully visible when the card is closed. The area below this sticker greeting will be where I would write my personal message. That completes my card for today. You can see here that it fits inside of a 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch envelope. I am very happy with the way that this has turned out. It's a bit of a different fold, and I've used most of the paper from the kit to create the flowers. Okay, thank you for watching my video today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified each time I have a new video. Also, if you'd like to share my video with your friends, I would be very appreciative. Thank you.